Welcome to Priority Problem Solvers, the YouTube channel dedicated to helping you tackle life's challenges with confidence. I'm your host, Mitch Manning. Get ready to explore the incredible world of systems thinking. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by complex problems, unsure of where to even begin? Systems thinking provides a powerful framework for understanding and addressing these challenges. Throughout this video, we'll uncover the core principles of systems thinking, explore real-life examples of its application, and discover how you can harness its power to become a more effective problem solver. So, what exactly is systems thinking? In a nutshell, systems thinking is a way of approaching problems by looking at the bigger picture. It's about understanding how different parts of a system interact and influence each other, rather than viewing them in isolation. Imagine a car. You can't understand how a car works just by looking at its individual components, like the engine, wheels, or steering wheel. It's the interaction between these parts, working together as a whole, that enables the car to function. By understanding these interconnectedness, we can gain a deeper understanding of how things work and identify more effective solutions to complex problems. Systems thinking is all about perspective. It challenges us to step back from our usual way of seeing things and adopt a wider lens. Instead of getting bogged down in the details of a specific problem, systems thinking encourages us to zoom out and consider the larger context. A systems thinker would consider the bigger picture, the interconnectedness of transportation, urban planning, and even social behavior. By considering these broader perspectives, systems thinkers can uncover hidden relationships and identify more holistic solutions that address the root causes of the problem. To truly appreciate the power of systems thinking, it's helpful to understand where it came from. The journey begins with recognizing that our traditional ways of thinking often fall short when dealing with complex issues. For centuries, a reductionist approach dominated scientific thought. While this method yielded incredible progress in fields like physics and chemistry, it proved less effective when applied to complex systems like ecosystems, economies, or social systems. These intricate webs of interconnectedness couldn't be easily deciphered by analyzing their isolated parts. The limitations of this fragmented approach became increasingly apparent in the 20th century as we faced unprecedented global challenges. It was from this need for a more holistic perspective that systems thinking emerged. Section 2. Pioneers of Systems Thinking. Donella Meadows. One of the most influential figures in the development of systems thinking was Donella Meadows, a renowned environmental scientist and systems thinker. Meadows' groundbreaking book, Thinking in Systems. A primer remains a cornerstone of the field. In it, she outlines the fundamental principles of systems thinking and provides practical tools for applying them to real-world problems. Meadows emphasized the importance of feedback loops, the cyclical processes by which systems regulate themselves and adapt to change. Her work highlighted the interconnectedness of environmental, social, and economic issues, demonstrating that solutions to complex problems require a systemic approach. Section 3. The fifth discipline, Peter Senge's contribution. Another pivotal figure in the evolution of systems thinking is Peter Senge, a senior lecturer at MIT and author of The Fifth Discipline, The Art and Practice of the Learning Organization. Senge's work popularized the concept of learning organizations. Organizations that continuously adapt and improve by embracing systems thinking as a core value. He identified 5 key disciplines essential for creating learning organizations: personal mastery, mental models, shared vision, team learning, and systems thinking. The fifth discipline became a global bestseller, influencing management thinking and inspiring a new generation of leaders to embrace systems thinking. Section 4. Expanding the horizons. Modern systems thinkers. The field of systems thinking continues to evolve and expand, with new voices and perspectives, enriching our understanding of complex systems. Researchers like John Sterman have applied systems thinking to business and management, developing sophisticated computer models to simulate complex organizational behavior. Thinkers like Margaret Wheatley have explored the application of systems thinking to leadership, organizational change, and community development. Now that we've explored the origins of systems thinking, let's delve into its core principles and components. Think of a system as a giant puzzle. Each piece represents a different element or factor within that system. Systems thinking helps us identify these pieces, understand their individual roles, and most importantly, see how they fit together to create the bigger picture. One of the key insights of systems thinking is that the behavior of a system is not simply the sum of its parts. It's the interactions between those parts that create the emergent properties and patterns we observe. By understanding these interactions, we can gain a much deeper understanding of how systems work and why they behave the way they do. This knowledge empowers us to identify leverage points where even small interventions can have a significant impact on the system as a whole. At the heart of systems thinking lies the concept of interconnectedness. The understanding that everything is connected to everything else. In the natural world, we see this principle at play in ecosystems, where complex webs of relationships exist between different species and their environment. A change in one part of the ecosystem can ripple through the entire system, often with unintended consequences. The same principle applies to human-created systems, such as businesses, cities, and social networks. A decision made in one department of a company can have far-reaching effects on other departments, suppliers, customers, and even the wider community. Systems thinking encourages us to look beyond the immediate and obvious connections and consider the wider network of relationships that influence a particular issue. By recognizing these interdependencies, we can avoid narrow solutions that create problems elsewhere in the system. Feedback loops are fundamental in systems thinking, representing cyclical processes by which systems regulate and adapt. Imagine a thermostat regulating your home's temperature. It senses changes and adjusts the heating system. This keeps the temperature stable. Feedback loops can be reinforcing or balancing. Reinforcing loops amplify change. Balancing loops counteract change. Understanding feedback loops helps us design resilient systems. Section 5. Leverage points, places to intervene in a system. Systems thinking identifies leverage points where small interventions can significantly impact a system's behavior. Donella Meadows describes these points as places where small shifts can produce big changes. These points are often not intuitive. They might lie in changing rules, shifting mindsets, or strengthening feedback loops. Section 6. Mental models. Challenging our assumptions. Our mental models, the deeply ingrained assumptions, beliefs, and values that shape how we see the world, play a critical role in how we approach problems and make decisions. Often we're not even aware of these mental models. Yet, they profoundly influence our perceptions, interpretations, and actions. Systems thinking challenges us to surface these hidden assumptions and examine them critically. For example, if we believe that the primary purpose of a business is to maximize shareholder profit, this mental model will shape our decisions and actions within that business. Systems thinking encourages us to question these assumptions and consider alternative perspectives. By challenging our mental models, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, innovative solutions, and a more holistic understanding of the complex systems we're a part of. Section 7. Systems Thinking in Action. Now, let's shift gears and explore how systems thinking has been applied in real-life situations. From tackling traffic congestion to combating climate change, systems thinking has proven to be an invaluable tool for understanding and addressing complex challenges across a wide range of fields. Imagine a world where problems are solved not in isolation, but as part of a larger, interconnected web. We'll examine how systems thinking has been employed to improve urban planning, manage environmental resources, optimize business operations, and even foster social change. Through these real-world examples, we'll gain a deeper appreciation for the practical applications of this powerful approach. Let's start with a problem we can all relate to: traffic congestion. Traditional approaches often focus on building more roads or widening existing ones. However, a systems thinker would tell you that this is like loosening your belt to solve the problem of overeating. It might provide temporary relief, but it doesn't address the underlying issue. A systems thinking perspective would consider the entire transportation system, including public transportation, urban sprawl, commuting patterns, and even the availability of alternative modes of transportation like cycling and walking. For example, the city of Copenhagen, Denmark, has successfully reduced traffic congestion by investing heavily in public transportation, creating dedicated bike lanes, and implementing policies that discourage car use. This example demonstrates that by understanding the interconnectedness of transportation systems, we can develop more effective solutions that address the root causes of traffic congestion and create a more livable urban environment for everyone. Environmental challenges like climate change, pollution, and resource depletion are complex, systemic issues that require a systems thinking approach. Traditional environmental management often focuses on isolated problems, such as reducing emissions from a single factory or protecting a particular species. While these efforts are important, they often fail to address the underlying systemic causes of environmental degradation. Systems thinking encourages us to view the environment as a complex web of interconnected systems, where human actions in one area can have far-reaching consequences for other parts of the planet. By understanding these interconnectedness, we can develop more effective environmental policies and practices that address the root causes of environmental problems and promote a more sustainable future. This might involve transitioning to renewable energy sources, promoting sustainable agriculture, and creating closed-loop systems that minimize waste and pollution. Businesses are complex systems, composed of interconnected departments, processes, and people. Applying systems thinking in a business context can lead to improved efficiency, innovation, and resilience. Traditional business management often focuses on optimizing individual departments or processes in isolation. However, this approach can create silos and unintended consequences that ripple through the organization. Systems thinking encourages businesses to view themselves as interconnected systems where decisions and actions in one area can significantly impact other parts of the organization. This holistic perspective enables businesses to identify leverage points for improvement and create more resilient and adaptable organizations. For example, a manufacturing company might use systems thinking to analyze its supply chain, identifying potential bottlenecks, inefficiencies, and risks. By understanding the interconnectedness of suppliers, transportation networks, and production processes, the company can optimize its supply chain for greater efficiency, cost effectiveness, and resilience to disruptions. Systems thinking can also be applied to product development, customer relationships, and organizational culture, fostering a more holistic and interconnected approach to business operations. Social systems are complex and dynamic, constantly evolving in response to pressures. Systems thinking offers a powerful framework for understanding these complexities. Traditional approaches often address symptoms rather than root causes. Systems thinking encourages us to identify leverage points for lasting change. This involves addressing systemic inequities and promoting social justice. By embracing systems thinking, we can create a more equitable and sustainable future. So, what are the benefits of adopting a systems thinking mindset? What advantages does this approach offer in a world that often seems increasingly complex and unpredictable? Imagine having a superpower, the ability to see beyond the obvious, to connect the dots that others miss, and to understand the intricate web of relationships that shape our world. That's the essence of the systems thinker's advantage. A unique perspective that empowers them to navigate complexity, solve problems more effectively, and create lasting positive change. Throughout this section, we'll explore the key benefits of embracing a systems thinking mindset, from enhanced problem-solving skills to improved decision-making, greater resilience in the face of change, and an increased capacity for innovation. We'll see how this approach can empower individuals, organizations, and communities to thrive in a world that demands adaptability, collaboration, and a deep understanding of interconnectedness. Get ready to unlock the transformative power of systems thinking and discover how it can empower you to make a difference in a world that needs it now more than ever. Systems thinking fosters a holistic understanding of complex issues. Instead of focusing on isolated parts, it encourages us to see the bigger picture. Like a tapestry, focusing only on threads misses the overall design. This vision reveals interconnectedness, helping us understand patterns and behaviors. Recognizing interdependencies helps identify root causes and develop holistic solutions. In an increasingly complex world, the ability to navigate uncertainty and adapt to change is paramount. Systems thinking provides a powerful framework for understanding and responding to complexity with confidence. By recognizing the interconnectedness of systems, we develop a deeper appreciation for the dynamic and often unpredictable nature of our world. We move away from linear cause and effect thinking and embrace the reality that even small changes can ripple through a system, leading to unintended consequences. This understanding of complexity doesn't lead to paralysis, but rather empowers us to anticipate potential challenges, adapt to changing circumstances, and develop more resilient systems. We learn to embrace feedback loops, both reinforcing and balancing, as opportunities for learning and adaptation. For instance, a business operating in a rapidly evolving market can use systems thinking to monitor trends, anticipate shifts in customer behavior, and adapt its products and services accordingly. By embracing a culture of continuous learning and adaptation, the business can thrive in the face of uncertainty and maintain a competitive edge. Section 8. Unleashing Innovation, Sparking Change. Systems thinking unleashes creativity and fosters innovation. It breaks down mental silos and challenges assumptions, encouraging us to question the status quo and explore new solutions, essential for tackling complex challenges like climate change and social inequality. Embrace a collaborative, creative, and holistic approach to problem solving. Unlock creative potential, spark innovation, and drive positive change. Section 9. Your Systems Thinking Toolkit. Congratulations! You've journeyed through systems thinking, exploring its principles and applications. But this is just the beginning. Think of systems thinking as a mental toolkit for navigating complexity and solving problems. Familiarize yourself with the tools and practice using them. Embrace interconnectedness and consider the bigger picture. Visualize systems to understand their structure and dynamics. Identify leverage points for impactful changes. Challenge your mental models and seek diverse perspectives. By incorporating these practices, you'll see the world through a systems thinking lens. Section 10. Join the movement. Become a priority problem solver. The world needs systems thinkers to embrace complexity and create a sustainable future. Join priority problem solvers to make a difference, share knowledge, support each other, and amplify impact. Subscribe, join our community, and spread the word. Embrace systems. Thinking for a brighter future. Section 11. Embracing a systems mindset for a brighter future. Systems thinking offers hope in a world facing climate change, social inequality, and political polarization. It empowers us to embrace complexity and interconnectedness. Our actions have ripple effects, influencing the entire system. Let's work together for a sustainable, equitable future. Thank you for joining us on this journey.